When words fall short, when hope feels thin, listen close, let music begin.
Hi, everybody. Today I have the honor to introduce you to an amazing woman speaker. Her name is June Ahern, and wait till you hear what she speaks on. Hi, June. Tell everybody what you speak on.
Well, I help people who ask themselves, is it just my imagination?
Aha! Is it just my imagination? This sounds kind of spiritual.
Yes.
Well, I've been having a conversation with you, and you have a special gift. Tell us your story.
Well, I had a near-death experience, and after that, I began to know things about people that I never even knew them at all. And I was speaking with spirits. It was very frightening. It was all new to me. It just everything opened up. And I found myself so interested in it that I took a class on the tarot cards. I was trying to figure out where does this all belong? And I never saw the tarot cards. I was just a very young woman. And the teacher called me and kept me aside one day and said, you're really good at this. And that's how it really started. My very much interest in finding out, how do I know things about people that they've never told me? Why are these spirits showing up and wanting me to pass message on? It was very frightening at first.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know personally, we had a conversation on the phone, and I told you that my dad had passed away 2 years ago, and you said he's fishing. Well, in that little sentence that you said, I told Daddy right before he passed, I said, Daddy, they're waiting for you at a beautiful fishing hole. Your dad, your brother, cousins, they're all waiting for you there, and they're going to hand you a pole and say, Hey, Duke, we've been waiting for you. And so that meant so much to me because it's in that little phrase. And then you said he laughed and he
Yeah,
said, Yes. He said he wants you to put gone fishing by his pictures.
that was even funnier. He had quite a humor. He has quite a humor, by the way.
Yes, he does. And he always did. So that was my personal experience with you. And I know you've had hundreds and maybe thousands. I mean, I know you've had quite a few. And so you help people. Tell me what happens. Do people come to you and say, Is it my imagination? Is that how this came about?
Well, yeah, the people come to me. I start out doing readings for a hobby. And by the way, I never advertised for readings, and it came to be in my career that I was just told word of mouth. People come and they wanted to know, I had a feeling about something, but I could be wrong. That's the first thing they say. I could be wrong. It might be just my imagination. And I look at it, we talk about it, and I realize that their intuition is talking to them. Their intuition is tells them, not my intuition, not my thoughts, theirs. So leading people to the understanding of how, when their intuition is talking, how to listen and where do they apply it. And then I began to teach people higher ESP, telepathy, and they came and how I look at it is, we all have these skills. How do we trust them? How do we have confidence in them? How do we know? I mean, I can't tell you how many people said, you mean I'm not crazy? All the time, I'm telling you. I had a nurse come to me. Actually, I wrote about her in my book. I have a nurse come to me, and when the patient that did pass over, she would have conversations with them. And she was so afraid because she's a scientist, remember? She's in the medical world. And when I said to her, when she walked in the door, I go, oh my God, you brought so many spirits with you. How are we going to start? And she went, oh my God, I've never told anybody. So you don't think I'm fake? You don't think I'm wrong? And I said, no, no, let me tell you about them. And I started talking about different spirits.
Uh-huh. I think they get real excited. That's what I feel. When you can feel them in the room, I know they're doing a happy dance.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of them. I have worked with the police.
Oh.
person in murder cases. So
Oh, wow.
I say the
Okay.
majority, it's soothing and peaceful and
Hmm.
happy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so
Well,
I look to it just in any way if I can assist somebody and bring logic to their life so they're not afraid of it. And that's my purpose
yes. And I know stories about people who ask for signs and
all the
and
time.
boy, do they get them. And then
And they
they
do, and they don't, then they'll say to me when I pick up the sign, they'll say, "Oh, I know that happened, but that was a coincidence, right?"
no, we talked about that. Einstein says coincidence is God being anonymous.
And he said, "And everything is intuition.
Ev-
Everything is intuition." And,
Everything is intuition.
you know, yes.
This is great because it takes people to the next level. We live in a 3D world, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock,
Get to
but
work.
there's so
Oh,
much more going on.
and it's easy. Well, okay. Maybe it's easier for me. Like I said, I can hardly sew a button. I have a friend that could do an outfit and go out with it that night, but I can talk to dead people really easy.
We all have our gifts.
Yeah. But still, you could still do it on a perhaps not on my level or how I communicate, but you absolutely can make that connection and not only make it, but feel it. You actually will feel that connection with a loved one on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And people love to know that. They want to know that. Can I really talk to my mother, my father, my lover, my husband, my child? Oh, that's really sad. Yeah. And when you connect them with children, their children, it's really beautiful.
Well, you know my brand is music. Tell me about when those songs come on.
Well, Steve Halpern has a really beautiful instrumental. I met him at a party one time, and I didn't know him. I've been listening to his music, Steve Halpern. That is inspirational to me. But one of my very favorite songs that I sing all the time is Moon River. And
Oh,
it
it's a
just is,
pretty song.
yeah, I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. And when I hear it, I just go into that beautiful dream place in my mind. I'm not falling asleep, but
Right.
I follow that river. And as I follow
Oh,
it, is when the inspired psychic visions begin to come to me.
no kidding.
Yeah, because
No
water
kidding.
means a lot to us. Water brings, actually will enhance the intuitive mind.
No kidding.
Yeah,
You know,
there you go.
whenever I get stuck on something, I get in the shower and I get the answer.
There you go. Yeah, this is really funny. The first time that my grandparents in Scotland showed up, my grandfather had died and I didn't know the day before. My mother, we were here in America, and I was scrubbing out the bathtub when they came. And I always say, every time I get near water of any kind, I start getting all this spirits talking and psychic impressions of living people. Things come to me all the time. I just sometimes when I would call, clients and everything when I was working and say, is your sister not well right now? Or are you starting a new job? And they go, oh, June, how do you know?
Uh-huh. Well, because you have the gift.
I have that particular ability.
Yes,
Correct.
you have,
Yeah,
to me, it's a beautiful gift. And how
it
many
is.
people have you
Oh,
helped and how many thousands more will you? Tell me about your book.
well, I have two books, and my very
Okay.
first book was The Timeless Counselor. It's how to go and have a reading, a psychic reading, and get the most out of it. It's kind of a consumer's guide, how to get the most benefits out of a psychic reading that people don't know how to find one, how to ask questions. People ask questions, they go to a reading, they say, will I get married? Oh, will you? It, what do you see? Is there something that you see that I can work with to attract to me a faithful lover or a good companion? So I teach people how to ask questions to get a greater, broader picture because usually we don't have something, there's a belief in us, something's blocking us from not achieving what we want.
Ah,
as a reader, I would go into that, sometimes past lives.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I say, well, you're too connected to this. I would say, do an affirmation or change your approach. So it is important. That was my first book. My second book, which became really, I did not want to write another book. I'll tell you, you know how writing a book, how
Oh, yeah.
consistent it is.
Yeah.
And I had a client who became a friend who said, my angels came in, you should write this book. I said, no, I'm not. We went through this 7 times back and forth. No, I'm not. No, yes, you were. He has since passed away. He passed away not long after that. And it's how to talk with spirits, seances, mediums, ghost hunts, however, I go through the whole thing. What is going on, answering questions. I put out a little survey. I say, listen, I might write this book. Is there anything anybody wants to know? Why should I write something about what I know? I want to know what you want. I cannot tell you the amount of people that sent me questions.
Oh my
And it was amazing how
Oh.
many people responded to that.
Oh
And I
my gosh.
based my first chapter, not the end one, not,
Uh-huh.
facts, correct. I based the first chapter on answering questions that people sent me
Oh,
because
that's
that's what's
beautiful.
important.
That's so beautiful. Well, thank you so much for this. And we will get people in touch with you. You are an amazing woman speaker.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to know you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.